Phones everywhere, personal space not to be found. Everyone wants a piece of the artist. This isn't a new phenomenon. Parasocial relationships has always existed. Let's rewind a bit.
How long do you think Beatlemania will last?
As long as you all keep coming.
Why do you like them so much?
I don't know, there's just something about them. I don't know when they sing.
Aren't they as good as anybody else?
No, they're better.
It's a well-known fact, who have this stakeholder relationship, be it the fans parents, or or whatever. Anyone that knows K-pop very much is aware. But I do want to say in the West, though, that really, at least I perceived it. I mean, obviously everyone knows about the Beatles, but like Five Sauce and One Direction, like they really, like media coverage was crazy about girls going crazy over them, and it was true. Like girls were going crazy over them.
Like fans laugh.
I know they love me, even they don't know me.
We are so thankful. This is a teamwork between us and them.
The fans were the ones who made up their minds that this band were going to be huge.
There's been huge crowds of teenage girls outside complaining that they don't want to mob you, they just want to speak to you. What do you think about this? Do you want to talk to them?
Well, have you ever tried talking to about 200 people at once? We'd love to, we never... if we all wave and somebody always says, just stop that waving, you're inciting them.
Some fans go a bit crazy.
Yeah.
But that's probably like the 1% or 2%. I wouldn't say it's everyone. That's for sure. I feel like people have lives.
What you've seen in the media does exist, but does it portray and represent the majority of the everyday fan?
I do want to say the portrayal was negative, but also I do want to say that the bands profited off of that.
The media likes to focus on how dramatic and how crazy that they like to label us fangirls to be, especially through parasocial relationships that we have with the artists. But that's not always necessarily true. Most of us are just self-aware and we choose to be delusional, just for fun.
Hampton, Kempton Park, Sunbury, Upper Halifax.
And pretend like I'm really nonchalant, but I'm actually not. But I am, but I'm not, because, I don't know. I feel like all this lead up is like making me feel like I'm some sort of like deranged like fangirl that's sort of obsessed with him, but I'm like, I don't even really like I'm grateful to him for making music, but like I don't know that much about him as a person even. So like comparing it to other things, like even like K-pop and stuff, like so much about the person, it's like just studying them for the person, but this is like genuinely about the music. But then it's like, I don't know why I'm so nervous. Do you know what I mean? So it's just confusing, but I think it should be fine. It's your first VIP. Exactly, that's why I'm like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what I should do, or like, I'm not used to this kind of feeling. This is honestly just a networking opportunity for me more than anything else. Subject.
No, it's definitely like community building, because I mean we see with some of our friends who are all part of the K-pop dance community. Like whenever I do go to K-pop concerts, I always see the same people. Yeah. And so it's always like, oh, it's so great to see, like, hey, oh my god, what are you doing here? Even though we know very well aware why you're here. There's like this one hijabi that I see all the time. And so we've literally become really good friends because of that.
There's so much you gain from the parasocial relationship when you remove the artist from the equation. When you look outside of the relationship, the friends you gain, the memories you gain, the motivation that they provide. Music has been such a big part of my life, I wouldn't know where I'd be without it. They have helped me way much more than I could have imagined, with helping me find my passion in graphic design.
I think it's just an escape from reality in a way as well. I think it's good. Like, this is just another form of escapism, and we've always, like, I feel like with pop culture, we've always had it. regardless of culture, it's always been there. Like, we do it with mangas, we do it with animes, we do it with, you know,
TV
Real
show.
Housewives,
Yeah, exactly.
we do it with everything. So this is just one form of escapism, but of course it can get dangerous.
Yeah.
So many people talk about parasocial relationships like they're bad or frivolous or unhealthy. But I think that they're the natural progression of human beings in a high anxiety, low interaction environment. It's what we learn from them, what we can do with them, and how we grow as ourselves through them that I think makes them so valuable.
Sure, we do go crazy sometimes, but at the end of the day, is it ever really that serious?